This is the Solifida Designs installation part 2 video of the automatic tool changing system for the Onefinity CNC machine. So in this video we're going to cover all the settings for the wires that we just installed in part 1 video. So let's go ahead and dive into that. We're going to come over here to the F1/setup page, and it's going to prompt you to enter a password in if you have one. If not, just press this arrow key right here. We're then going to come down to input 6. We're going to double click this and we're going to put this on the door sensor, and we're going to hit select. That is the best possible sensor that we can actually select that is actually going to be communicating at all times, indicating any type of drive issue / low air from the VFD drive. All the other sensors I have tested don't actually work on powering off and powering back on, which I think it's just a bug in the Masso, and I need to reach out to them. But this right now is the absolute best sensor that we can do, and it does everything that we need it to do. It is going to put the entire machine into a stop if there's any type of issue with the VFD drive, and it is also going to turn off the spindle. It will allow you to jog the machine around, but you're not going to be able to rehome, you're not going to be able to reprobe or do anything until you actually fix the drive issue. And it also doesn't allow you to start the spindle either. So it works like an alarm that is constantly always monitoring the system, unlike the other alarms which don't monitor the system at all times. So door sensor is what we're going to be using on the input 6. On the output section, we're going to double click one, and at the bottom right here usually is chuck/clamp M10/M11. This is actually going to be the output that is going to open the jaws and close the jaws when we're doing tool changes. So we're going to select that. And then on the machine setting page, that's all we need to set up. Now we're going to come over to here and we're going to go to the main spindle. We're going to double click that. This number right here doesn't matter. Spindle control method. You want to make sure we select VFD. Depending on the actual spindle RPMs that you have, let's say you bought the 18,000 RPM spindle, you'll just put that in the box right here. If you bought the 24,000 RPM spindle, you'll just punch in 24,000. On the spin up delay, we're going to do 6,000, and these two right here are very important. On the spin down delay, if you do not have a brake, you need to make sure that you punch in 10,000. If you have a brake, you can select 6,000. I'm running a brake on my system, but again, if you do not have a brake, make sure you put in 10,000. If you have a brake, 6,000 is what you can set it to. And then once you make sure everything is set accordingly, if you have the 24,000 or 18,000, just make sure you put that in this box here. And if you have a brake or no brake, make sure that if you have the brake, 6,000. If you don't have a brake, 10,000. Then once we've checked all that, hit save. And that is the main spindle control. So the next thing that we need to change in the Masso controller is going to be the Z axis. Ignore my settings, I've changed some things up. We're going to go to the max feed rate. The max feed rate should be by default 400. We need to make sure that we set this to 200. 200 inches per minute, and then click save. In the actual tool change configuration tab, there is no way on the tool rack that we're using in this setup to actually adjust the feed rate on the Z axis up and down. It's going to be whatever the actual rapid speed is at, which is 400 by default in the Onefinity. I hope Masso is working on a solution on this, and I believe they are. But until then, the best thing to do is just go to your Z axis and change it to 200. This includes the installation video part 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Consider subscribing. I plan on doing a bunch of other CNC related videos on this YouTube channel, along with other things, and not just the products that I sell on my website. And I really appreciate your guys' support. You guys have been a tremendous blessing to me and my family, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the support you guys have given us. So stick around, and watch the installation part 3 of this video, where we actually set up the tool rack and the settings in the master controller for the tool rack configuration. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and God bless you.